We're here on the Otoe-Missouria Reservation, which is about 5 miles south of Cancerous Nation Reservation. And the Otoe-Missouria people, one thing, my son, an enrolled member of the Otoe tribe, and lived in this area most of my life. I went to school down here with the little people there at Red Rock. We just passed their tribal headquarters, and this is their housing community. Is called the Otoe Village, and you can see the coal-fired power plant sticking up over the top of this community. That's called OGE, Oklahoma General Electric Plant. It's a coal plant, and the Otoe people are suffering a lot of health issues due to respiratory problems as well as cancer. You can see the coal piles. Those are coal piles over there. Those hills, the big black hill behind there.
So these hills that you're looking at, they're all coal piles right by the reservation.
And so anytime there's a south wind, the coal dust blows onto these people, and I mean it carries up as far north, to my reservation, and the same environmental issues that we're having from Conoco. The wind blows these contaminants down here to the Otoe people, and they're suffering from the same effects that we have from the refinery, and we're suffering from the same effects that they're having from this coal-fired power plant. So we're just kind of stuck in the middle, both tribes, of these tremendous environmental hazards. I don't know. How do we fight these things? What do we do to stop a coal-fired power plant that's a mile away from a community where our women, children, and elders are breathing coal dust every day? That's what's happening to the Otoe-Missouria people. And
try and zoom into this as we pass it. But those are the towers you're seeing coming past, and that's the coal-fired electricity plant. And as you can see the
coal pile there. We're going across the train tracks that are loaded with coal carts.
I mean, this is, yeah, I know it's a little bit hard to see because we can't stop, but this is right by the reservation. And then what you're getting when the wind blows from which direction? You said from the south?
Then it blows directly onto their community. And the other problem that occurs here on the Otoe Reservation is that they don't have a really good underground aquifer like we have up there. I mean, even though ours is contaminated, there's a lot of water under the ground where we live on the Ponca Reservation. That's not true here at Otoe. They have a hard time finding water, drilling water wells here, and the fracking industry that's still occurring in this area is dewatering the land. The 3.5 million to 8 million gallons of water that's used for each frack is dewatering the land. The Red Rock Creek that runs through here, the Arkansas River is directly to our west here, to our east, and the groundwater is hard to find here in this area on the Otoe Res. Fracking industry is just sucking this place dry because they're still drilling for oil all around here, and they're fracking for oil, but they're just sucking all the water out and just slowly killing the land by dewatering, as well as contaminating what few water wells that there are. So it's really a bad situation here in this area of Oklahoma, and it's not just this area of Oklahoma, it's a statewide issue, and there's 39 indigenous tribes in the state of Oklahoma that are all suffering from some type of environmental issue due to the oil industry and fossil fuel industry. The extreme extraction process that's being used to frack the land here, and then inject the frack waste back into the land, is what's causing earthquakes in the state of Oklahoma. The state of Oklahoma is now the earthquake capital of the world, and Kevin and I are on our way down to Pawnee right now to meet with Erin Brockovich and listen to her speak and hopefully have some dialogue about these issues. But from Pawnee, about 30 miles south of Pawnee is Cushing, Oklahoma, and we'll be going there as well today. But Cushing, Oklahoma is the pipeline crossroads of the world, and I encourage all of you to look up a map and put in Oklahoma pipelines and look at the map, because the pipelines intersect and overlay each other to the point that you can't see the state of Oklahoma anymore on that map. All you can see is this web of pipelines on pipelines on pipelines, and Cushing, Oklahoma is the hub, the center of all of that mass of pipelines. I wish I had the map to show you right now.
It's alright, guys. What you need to do is just Google that. Google Oklahoma pipelines and look at the map. And you know what I'm going to do. We're going to pull this one, close this live stream out. But what I'd ask you guys to do is to keep an eye open. Make sure you're subscribed, because we're going to have the talk with Erin Brockovich coming up shortly. I know this reception here is not great, so hopefully we're going to have better reception when we get to the tribal headquarters where it's being held. So thanks for joining again, guys. We'll give you a little break from the live streams, and then we'll get back to you when we're back with Erin Brockovich in probably about half an hour or so, and hopefully be able to stream the whole thing of that live for you. We appreciate you joining, and yeah, go ahead and Google, because this is a beautiful place and it is being destroyed by the fossil fuel industry, and these people are being taken advantage of, and it is genocide. It's environmental genocide and just racism as well, environmental racism with how they're placing these things, and deliberately choosing to put them in the areas where the people have the least money, where the people have the least opportunity to have good education, so that they don't fully understand what's happening on their own doorstep, and they don't have the ability to fight it, and they move it from the rich neighborhoods into the poor neighborhoods. And we've got to stop doing this. We've got to stand up and make sure that this doesn't happen anymore. So thanks for joining, guys. We'll be back with you soon. Much love to you all. Oh.